Over 150 local businesses are participating in the initiative. For one lucky early shopper, you can win a trip for two to Colorado to ski. There have been 3 confirmed cases of Ebola in the U.S. this far. Symptoms include nausea, headaches, and in one severe case, bleeding from the nose and other orifices. St. Charles County Police arrived at the scene of a break-in at Bogey Hills Apartments Complex this morning. The break-in took place right around 10:30 and the police were here by 10:45. The proposition was voted on 2 times and was finally passed in the fall of 2013. Construction of the project is planned to be completed no later than November. Last year, American families spent nearly $3,000 on gas. That accumulated for almost 4% of the average American family's household salaries. Find out which award-winning author and speaker drew this crowd at Lindenwood University. Up next on LUTV News. Winter weather is here in full force in Missouri. As you can see on the current condition maps, a large cold front is coming in from the south. Temperatures are dropping fast, so bundle up and stay inside if you can. Moving into the 5-day forecast, Wednesday's temps are dropping into the low 20s overnight. Thursday stays chilly with a high of only 31. Friday we'll get some sunshine to break up those dreary skies, but don't be fooled because Saturday you can expect the snow. Sunday rounds out the week with a 30% chance of snow and temps in the 30s. For LUTV weather, I'm Mariah Ludke. Coming up on LUTV News, the state of emergency has been lifted from the city of Ferguson. Plus, after months of waiting, St. Charles residents will finally have full access to a new route. The opening of 364 has construction workers and residents celebrating. Plus, the Ferguson protests are still going strong. Find out what protesters did over the weekend to make their case. Those stories, plus sports, weather, and more here on LUTV News. Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Mariah Ludke. Governor Jay Nixon lifted the state of emergency on Ferguson. Ferguson was under emergency since August 16th because of the response to the death of Michael Brown. On Wednesday, Nixon said Ferguson has returned to normalcy with school back in session and businesses reopening. Nixon also terminated the order that activated the Missouri National Guard. The Ferguson police chief is not questioning why an officer's body camera was not on over the weekend. A man shot the officer Saturday while the officer was checking a community center. He was shot in the arm but is expected to recover. Ferguson police officers now wear body cameras and are expected to have the cameras turned on whenever interacting with people. Should it stay or should it go? One Missouri lawmaker wants voters to decide the fate of the Missouri Lottery. House Majority Leader John Deal told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch that lottery is unstable and not serving its purpose. The lottery was designed to fund public education, but Deal argues it does not effectively do so. If approved, the measure in the lottery would appear on the 2016 ballot. A St. Charles man has a warrant out for his arrest. 32-year-old Jeremiah Crusoe was charged with first-degree sexual misconduct on Tuesday. He is accused of exposing himself to adults and children at a bus stop. The alleged misconduct took place on the 900 block of Rolling Thunder in O'Fallon. He faces a $10,000 bond. If you have any information, contact O'Fallon Police Department at 636-379-5003. An inmate is in custody after escaping an Illinois prison. 21-year-old Marcus Batiste climbed over a fence at the Vandalia facility on Tuesday. Police captured him early Wednesday morning near Interstate 70. Department records show Batiste was sentenced to 4 years for burglary. He was scheduled for release in January. Texas residents are worried as the first confirmed case of Ebola is diagnosed in the U.S. The infected patient recently traveled from Liberia to Dallas. Since Sunday, the patient has been critically ill. He is in isolation at the Texas Presbyterian Hospital. The Center for Disease Control says it's confident the virus will not spread in the U.S. Ebola is not contagious until symptoms begin. It only spreads through close contact with bodily fluids. A St. Peter's man begins his probation last week after threatening a police officer. 33-year-old Philip Borges was placed on a 2-year probation after threatening to kill a police detective and his family. Police say that Borges left 3 phone messages in August claiming to be a ninja and a former Army Ranger. He was charged with misdemeanor harassment and is ordered to write an apology letter. Borges was also sentenced to get substance abuse and mental health treatment. Times are changing in the social media world. Find out why teens are leaving Facebook and Twitter for other social media platforms. That story, plus sports, weather, and more, here on LUTV News. Shop early, shop local is the theme this Christmas season. A new initiative called the Buck Shop St. Charles encourages residents to stay in St. Charles County for all their holiday shopping needs. One business owner explains why she chose to participate in the program.
Well, here at Miss Amy B's, we support local. We try and reach out to the community any chance that we can get and help out the community. So this is a perfect situation to do that.
For every $10 spent at a participating business, shoppers are awarded an entry into a prize drawing. Business owners on Main Street say the initiative has been positive so far, and they have seen an increase in traffic. Jake's on Main owner Amy Center explains what's required of businesses wanting to participate and what motivated her to get involved.
Well, we had to buy in by donating a gift card or a certain amount of money, but what we did from that point on, we chose to participate because we think it's important to bring business to our local businesses during the shopping and holiday season.
Over 150 local businesses are participating in the initiative. For one lucky early shopper, you can win a trip for two to Colorado to ski. Several consumers also expressed their excitement for the program.
My family has always shopped locally, and it's a great initiative to give back to the community.
For LUTV News, I'm Mariah Ledke. School is back in session at Lindenwood, but some students are still reflecting on their Thanksgiving. Hundreds of international students and athletes experienced less than usual holiday celebrations this year. Over 400 students stayed on campus over the Thanksgiving break. Over 20 countries were represented and 15 states. Although Thanksgiving is an American holiday, the U.S. is not the only country to celebrate it.
They celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada, but it's not in November, it's in October. I'm not quite sure the exact date, but I know in America it's like the last Thursday of every month. Ours is kind of more like a weekend. What I do is just hang out with my family, eat the same things like turkey, mashed potatoes, all that stuff. While many students ate in the campus dining halls over Thanksgiving, some students got creative with their meals.
I went to CVS and bought some microwavable turkey, which tasted really bad, but it happens, right?
For others who remained on campus, the quiet time allowed for reading, studying, and relaxing. Along with students who chose to stay on campus, several athletic teams were required to stay for travel.
I had a tournament. We were out of town. I was just traveling with my team. We didn't celebrate, but
Although unconventional, these students experienced a Thanksgiving all their own. For LUTV News, I'm Mariah Ledke. Lindenwood students are back on break for the Christmas season starting December 12th.
Local police are connecting with the community in a new way. The St. Peter's Police Department unveiled a new Twitter account. The account is St. Peter's MOPD. Information will be about events and closures. Officers will not be posting any crime-related material. Officer Melissa Doss hopes the new Twitter account will help build the relationship between the police and the community.
The main reason we wanted it was because since people are going more towards social media, we wanted to get out information as quickly as possible to people, and we found that it was really one of the best routes out there.
Officers say they have received only positive feedback this far, and the account already has 300 followers.